Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Pyatt and welcome to my YouTube channel. My goal is to help as many martial artists as possible in their journey in study of Bujutsu, whether you're a complete beginner or an experienced martial artist. I do videos every Friday, so if you like and enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to get more just like it. This video is the third part in a series looking at the basics of the Kata SHUSHI KON. So you can check out parts 1 and parts 2 in the link below. And you can check out our other videos around this kata. You can see the kata performed all the way through and see the basic techniques broken down. Again, I'll put links to all of that in the description below. So this is focusing on the third section of the kata. So up to this point, we have looked at the tokui of the kata and we've got the final 2 phases left. So we want to look at the third phase of the kata, which for me is one of the most interesting parts of this kata. It's probably my favourite bit. And the applications of this, again, are part of my favourite, because this is the part of the kata where all of a sudden it becomes highly dynamic and there is a good contrast between slow and deliberate movements and then sudden explosive power. So let's take a look at the sequence. So up to this point, we have come forward, we have done tokui of the kata, and we've got to here. Now, the next part of the kata, once we've come from the kamae, we bring the foot back and we repeat now kakayuki, and we twist the body. From there we come out yoko-uchi and then strike over the top, jodan toss, block, threaten, jodan naname-uchi, kamae. And you'll notice that at that point there isn't a tsuki. So that's the sequence. So let's just take it back 1 second so we can put it into context. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the sequence we looked at in the previous video. So from there we carry on. So the foot comes across, 1. So you can see my foot's moved without my upper body moving. So I don't really want to do this. I don't want to create an opening. So I keep the tip of my bow very still. So I bring the foot in. If I do this from the side, you'll see I come here. As I do that, as my heel presses and I transfer my weight, I do my kakayuki. So from here, we come 1. If you look at my body, the profile of my torso, as I do the kakayuki, you can see I rotate, I turn to thin my body so that my body is behind the bow rather than here where I'm still vulnerable. So this position. Then you push off this foot, come out, yoko-uchi. So if I do it from behind, so 1, from here. I don't want to do this and pull back. It's nice for power, but there's a giant pause. So I use power from my elbow rather than my hip and come through there. So we're in this position here. So it's from my elbow. So my elbow is the bit that is giving me the power to come through. So we're here, here. And the bow should be horizontal. From there, I've got horse stance, so this can then drive right over the top. And I want to make sure my hand comes right over, not this way so that my thumb is up and that my thumb can break. So I need to be pressing down on top of my opponent. So we're here, drive off this foot, and come right over the top. Usually with a really loud kiai at this point. It isn't one of the points in the kata where there has to be a kiai, but it's quite often a point because it's so dynamic and fast that is a point, certainly where I always like to put one. So from here, we look, we come out. 1, 2, look. The bow, just like the first sequence of the kata, needs to come before the body. So it comes through, rather than body and then bow. So from here, look, this comes down, and my body comes up to the bow. So I absorb, threaten, jodan naname-uchi, kamae. So that's the center sequence of the kata. The third phase is a bunkai. We block, come round, strike, and then, like I say, are coming over the top. Then we can drop back and then come again with the jodan. There's also the opportunity to include a throw here in this particular sequence, so it's a really interesting bunkai and well worth having a look at. The main point is to make sure that you use your body, so just without the bow for a second, and there's a type of exercise to improve your kata that's worth doing, is try the kata empty hand. So we're in the equivalent of nekwashnach, like a slightly longer cat stance to hojo-undo, and the shorter version you may see in karate. So we're here as we come through the foot and then rotate the hips. So this is our body position. Keep the spine straight, so don't let your shoulders come forward or all that kind of thing. From there, don't do this and lift up and down. So you stay in this position, come through from this leg, and then do the thrust. Then from here we're driving over. Personal preference on whether you just pivot the feet or whether you open this foot and come over the top. Then look, shift, bring the hip through. So don't let your hip be out, because power-wise, you're not going to be at a good angle. So you want to bring your whole body in. Press. So you create tension here and then come through and then come back into the next move, the final phase. So think about the dynamics of the body, make sure that your feet work for you in this section. Try not to add any extra or unnecessary movements. Try and be streamlined, as efficient as you possibly can. So I hope you found that video useful, guys. You can check out the final part of this mini-series, looking at the final bit of the kata by clicking the link here. If you want to see the whole kata performed all the way through, click the link here. And you can check out how to do some of the basic hojo-undo techniques in Kata SHUSHI by clicking the link here. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to put comments if you liked and enjoyed the video. See you next week, guys.